Hello, all you people. You know what you're here for. It's the So That Happened podcast. I am Cody. I am joined by two great gents, but they couldn't be here today, so I'm stuck with these guys. Oh boy, who are you?
Ouch.
Who are you people?
Sick burn, yeah.
I
Oh,
am wounded, sir.
ouch. Who are you people?
I demand satisfaction. I am Tristan from Step Back History.
I'm Emperor Tiger Star.
And today we have a fantastic program for you, ladies and gents.
Quite
Last
a
week.
grand topic, if I do say so myself.
Oh my god. Okay, we're ending this now because you made that pun. Thank you for that. It's over. We lasted a full
Podcast over.
41 seconds before a horrible pun was made. So last week, somebody made the suggestion that we should cover the
Oh
topic.
god.
What?
I just saw from the chat was make Colombia grand again. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna change that to the live stream. I'm gonna change the title to that. Make Colombia grand again.
Oh boy.
I love it. Oh, that's
Yeah.
gonna be the podcast when we upload this.
Hashtag Nick Ga. Doesn't
Anyway,
quite have the same ring.
so let me get to the actual thing. So last week, while in the podcast, somebody made the suggestion that we should cover the concept of Gran Colombia. And what Gran Colombia was the original state envisioned by Simón Bolivar when basically he led the Spanish Wars for Independence. It lasted about a decade, and then it collapsed. And today it is the countries of Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, and Panama. And it was such a big state that it's kind of interesting thinking, hey, what if this actually existed? It only lasted from 1821 to like the 1830s, but, you know, people still think, what if Texas was independent? So let's think about what if this massive state somehow still existed into the modern day. Then after this, in the second half, we will take your guys' questions. You can ask us questions in the super chat, and we will certainly get to them. Or you could ask them on Twitter, and we might or might not get to them. Usually, if they're pretty good, we talk about like 3 or 4 of them. So
There does seem to be an alternate history love affair with countries that don't exist anymore. I'm thinking of capitalizing on it in a future series.
that's like the funnest thing about alternate history, to be honest, is thinking about how politics and timelines would go if these big great empires had somehow stayed around, or even if the tiny little empires have just stuck around enough to screw everything over. I think that's why the Texas scenario is always the funniest in my mind, is like Mexico and
Yep.
America existing, and then but
You want a winning formula for a good alternate history scenario. Take a country that doesn't exist and then pretend that it still does and figure out how.
it is history fan fiction, and it's fun. Actually, man, is that what alternate history is at its core? Is history
It suddenly doesn't seem so cool anymore.
I mean, I think it's still cool. You know, girls can have their cheesy fan fiction. We can have ours. Oh boy, that's what my entire channel is, just history fan fiction. I love it. But anyway, let's get to Gran Colombia. So, Tristan, you want to explain why Gran Colombia collapsed in the first place?
Mostly because, all right, well, if you want to, like, I'm going to answer it in a very Cody fashion, because I know Cody likes his geography. So, first of all, the wars of independence were capitalizing on a movement and there was momentum, but once, like, the Spanish were definitely going to be leaving, there was really no thing put in place to figure out what to happen afterwards. Like, Simón Bolivar was basically a crusader just wandering around South America, liberating this country and that country, but there was never like something really strong put in place afterwards. It was all getting the Spanish out. So it kind of instantly fell apart, or started falling apart as soon as there was no Spanish to push out. Then but that is just what happened. It's not why it happened. Like, the reason it would happen is because even to this day, South America is a extremely hard continent to build things in, especially things like networks and the infrastructure needed to build like a country.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys are fully aware, but South America is primarily made up of a gigantic rainforest, and it's hard to build highways, or it's hard to build anything through the rainforest because or in tropical climates, because the tropical climate is aggressively destroying it at all times. The other problem too was that a good chunk of South America was Portuguese speaking, and there were tensions between the Portuguese kind of areas of like Brazil and Uruguay and like the Spanish speaking rest of it.
Yeah, so just people know that wasn't the stream lagging. It was Tristan, you're lagging a little bit, just in case. But
Oh,
yeah, so that's all that was. But yeah, so uh that that's kind of the fundamental issue with Gran Colombia is it's just geographically screwed. And I mean, this isn't just unique to that. I mean, there's a reason why Brazil's entire population is primarily in the south, because the Amazon just takes up so much of the continent. Nobody lives there except for except for natives. Um is it lagging?
I don't know.
Hmm.
They're saying it's lagging.
usually I just use that when I want an excuse for why I suck at a video game.
Is this actually lagging?
I think they also might just be trolling you.
I think, yeah. I think this is. Anyway, okay. Well, we're still gonna do it. Anyway, yeah. So the issue that we have to figure out, or we're gonna talk about, is how does a country like this stay
My
alive?
wife just told me that it is lagging.
Oh, it is? Okay. We're okay, fine. We're gonna okay. Well, we're gonna do this. Okay, let's stop streaming and then we'll start streaming again.
Cody, the stream engineer.
Oh boy.